Now I know. That's what I am. I'm a being of light.
After walking through the snow for 3 days and nights, he found what he was seeking in a cave in the Himalayas. There lived one of India's wisest sages. With eyes that mirrored eternity, the rishi looked upon his unexpected guest and asked, "Why have you journeyed so far to see what you are destined to become?" The young man thought for a moment and replied, "Because to witness this is so beautiful." It was, I believe, toward the end of the 90s, when I went to listen to him in Paris. This young man had grown old, reaching the perfection of the sage in that cave. Remaining faithful to the mystical tradition into which he was initiated, he was one of the rare masters who could synthesize metaphysics and science. His words, leaving an indelible mark upon the soul, resonated with profound familiarity, for his teaching possessed a universality that spoke directly to the heart of the modern seeker. "I am striving to develop a spirituality suited to our times," he would say. "My goal is to ensure that every person I meet shows respect and tolerance for the world's religions, acknowledging the unity of ideals behind various forms. I believe that rather than separating people and cultures from one another, we must appreciate the differences between them as a source of richness. Whatever the cost, human dignity must be held above all else." Pir Vilayat Inayat Khan, who passed away on June 17, 2004, just shy of his 88th birthday, was a true Murshid who never acted as a guru and took pride in the strength, independence, and creativity of his students. He believed that guiding people with rigid rules could lead to disastrous results. In his book titled The Call of the Dervish, he wrote, "You can completely ruin people's lives by saying, 'You must do this or that,' because when you tell people what they must do, you take away their sense of responsibility and turn them into puppets." Pir Vilayat succeeded his father, Hazrat Inayat Khan, an unforgettable Sufi master himself, as the head of the International Sufi Order, which his father had founded in London in 1916. During World War II, he served as an officer on a minesweeper in the British Royal Navy and survived the sinking of his ship during the Normandy landings. After studying philosophy and psychology at the Sorbonne, he continued his doctoral studies at Oxford University. Through the École Normale de Musique in Paris, he learned to play the cello and compose music. Drawing from all existing mystical teachings, he developed various methods of meditation. He made it his duty to share his vast knowledge and experience with countless people by traveling the world for many years. When asked what Sufism was as a teaching, he would reply, "Our way is the way of light." The exercises we perform help people become conscious that they are beings of light. Just like a potter shaping clay, working with light helps a person to shine and radiate even more light. Cultivating the art of light catalyzes transformation. If we could only embrace our heritage as members of a tribe of light, committed to bringing illumination to all creation, the world would be a different place. Even in the course of a conversation, simply thinking of light is enough to instantly affect a person, stirring their essence and making them feel that they are a luminous being. When we encounter someone radiant with light, their presence acts as a torch, kindling our own inner light. Pir Vilayat explains that just as plants turn toward the light, the human soul has a natural quality of orienting toward the light and being drawn toward the light. No matter how dense the darkness, the soul always turns toward its source, the Nur, which is the divine light. According to him, just as a plant needs physical light to survive, the human soul turns toward the divine light with the same certainty to realize its original essence. However, the difference in humans is that this orientation is a choice and a conscious alignment. This natural inclination, which we can call spiritual phototropism, is more than the soul simply bowing towards the light. It is an act of cosmic photosynthesis that occurs by resonating with the frequency of light. While the plant converts sunlight into nourishment, the human soul transforms divine light into wisdom and love. Pir Vilayat asks us to imagine drawing light into our being with every breath, allowing its vibration to spread throughout the body and revitalize every cell. He emphasizes that when we focus on the light and consciously radiate it around us through our movements and our gaze, it will heal both ourselves and others. To achieve this, simply contemplating the light with love and visualizing it often is enough to feel its resonance throughout the body. Drawing in the light and visualizing it with love is what he defines as the art of illumination. This art aims to transform the dense matter of the ego and the rigid perception of the body into a transparent structure that allows light to pass through. Now, I would like to share with you 6 distinct techniques that he valued greatly and which we can easily incorporate into our daily lives. Here, the master describes in his own words 2 unique practices for bathing in divine light and attuning the nervous system to the universal frequency. Visualize in your mind a pillar of light descending from the highest level of the heavens. Feel this light entering through the top of your head and filling every single cell in your body with a celestial radiance. This is not merely a visualization, but an act of purification that washes the dense matter of the body with the frequency of light. Do not imagine yourself merely within a sphere of light. Realize that this light consists of thousands of colored threads, each carrying a different quality, such as love, will, or healing, and feel that these threads are now merging with your nerve endings. This allows your nervous system to synchronize with the cosmic web. Now we are no longer just an isolated organism. We are an extension of the planetary and cosmic organism. As you breathe, feel these threads vibrating, drawing energy from the source and spreading this energy to your cells. This transforms your physical density into a luminous transparency. Now, let's move on to the inseparable bond of light with sound, that is, the music of light. According to Pir Vilayat, every ray of light is actually a universal note. Inviting the light into the body while meditating is to retune the wrong notes which create illness and blockage in the body with high-frequency light. In this practice, the Pir says, do not perceive the light merely as a visual brightness. Visualize and feel the light as the visual projection of a vast symphony emanating from the heart of the universe. Inviting light into the body during meditation is, in fact, retuning the wrong notes in the body, namely illness, sorrow, and blockages, with that high-frequency radiance. This makes our own internal resonances, composed of our emotions and thoughts, harmonious with the chord of this divine symphony. When a cell is filled with light, it finds the right resonance that will heal it. Another practice emphasized by Pir Vilayat, particularly in his French lectures, is the technique of transforming one's energetic field, that is, one's aura, not merely into a protective shield, but also into an active channel of healing. Now, close your eyes and imagine yourself within a golden yellow sphere of light extending 3 meters in every direction beyond your physical boundaries. This sphere is your subtle body. Feel that the surface of the golden sphere surrounding you is porous as the pure light of the universe streams through these pores and gathers within your heart. Your heart takes this raw light like a transformer, converts it into the frequency of compassion, and pumps it back into your aura. This cycle is one of the most powerful practices that determines your place in the tribe of light and your mission to illuminate the world. The essential force that sustains this luminous space enveloping our being is the invisible rhythm at the very heart of the universe. Meditation leads us to the sacred confluence of light and breath, revealing the ancient alchemy hidden at the very core of our being. The fundamental transformation of the body through light is only possible when it is harmonized with the breath and awakened within the sanctuary of the heart. With every breath, feel yourself drawing the pure light of the universe into your heart, the Master calls out. And as you exhale, radiate this light like a sun from your heart center to the whole world. This breath work is a sacred alchemy that transforms inner darkness and transforms the individual into a distributor of universal light. This breath not only synchronizes us with the universe, it also awakens the ever-burning primordial source within. And finally, at the pinnacle of all these practices comes the absolute moment, when the light from without merges with the sun within. The Master invites us directly to our own essence with these words: focus your attention on that small spark of light right at the center of your heart. See it as a miniature sun. Enlarge this image until you feel the sun gradually expanding and dissolving your entire being within its own radiance. You are no longer someone looking at the light. You have become the light itself. Yes, dear Pir Vilayat, you who tirelessly reminded us of the reality of truth, who instilled in us the courage to be the light itself, and who gracefully embraced every sacrifice by dedicating yourself to humanity. Our souls are ever grateful for the eternal legacy of guidance you have left behind.